Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. We're here to talk to you guys today about sportsbook bonuses. All right, so we just got sports started back up again, and you guys may have noticed that you're getting a lot of offers in your email. Depending on where your email address is, my email address in the sportsbook community is absolutely everywhere. So I get all kinds of different offers and whatnot, but I have a lot of sportsbook accounts. But for those of you who are just betting on one or possibly two sportsbook accounts, this is a golden opportunity for you to get free bonuses. So there's a lot of sports books that have been hurting really bad during the COVID and during shutdown of all the sports, and they are dying to get new business. All right, so I'm here to tell you guys that you do not have to wait for offers, okay? A lot of people will wait for offers to get emailed to them, but you need to be proactive in this situation. The best thing that you can do, guys, is to email potential sports books that you might be interested in and email them and ask them, what offers do you have? Okay? I've done this in the past, guys, not when COVID was on, but long time ago. And I've actually emailed sports books and I'm honest with them. I tell them, this is the type of player I am. This is the kind of action you can expect out of my account. What can you do for initial sign up bonus? So here's the reality of the situation. A lot of sports books offer bonuses, but you really have to read the fine print. And what I mean by the fine print is really ultimately comes down to rollover. Okay, and so if you guys aren't familiar with what rollover is the amount of times you have to wager the amount you deposited plus the bonus to be able to cash that out. If you're getting a 50 or 60 time rollover, there's no point. There's absolutely no point in doing that bonus. Back in the day, it's not as prevalent now. Back in the day, sportsbooks used to offer, 150, 200% bonuses, but there's these massive rollovers. So if you deposited, like $100, you would end up with $300, but then you had to basically roll that over 50 times. You had to bet 50 or 60 times that amount. So you have to be very careful about the rollover percentages. But what gives you as a sports bettor a really big advantage right now is the fact that sports books are dying to bring in new business. Okay, so there are offers going out which are good offers, but that doesn't mean you can't negotiate that further. So get on your computer and start emailing different sports books that you've done your research on, you're happy with, and you think that you would like to bet with, and see what offers they will present with you. So again, be honest with them. If you're betting $100 a game, don't tell them you're going to bet $1,000 a game, okay? Be honest with them, and you will be surprised at the offers that you're going to get back from them, okay? So again, you're going to want to look for something with, a 15 to 20 time, and ideally a 10 time rollover to what you're depositing. And that's totally doable. You can do that very easily as a sports bettor. So again, if you get a 10 time rollover and you deposit $1,000 and they're going to give you a 20% bonus, basically you would have to wager $12,000, which it is doable. I mean, that sounds like a lot of money, but when you're sports betting, we're working on very fine margins, so it's very doable. If you're getting a 50 or 60 time rollover, walk away or just send an email back to them saying, there's no way I'm doing 50, 60 time rollover. Can you guys do 15 for me? And you know what? The worst thing you're going to hear is the word no. And you know what? If you're not hearing the word no, you're not doing your homework, you're not doing your diligence, and you're not sending enough emails. Because this is free money, guys. Think about it, free money. It's hard enough to win money sports betting, as everyone knows. We work on very fine margins. So any free money you can find is money in your pocket. So don't be shy. Email any sports book that you guys feel comfortable with. So do your research first. Email any sports book you feel comfortable with and do that. Above and beyond that, guys, I've talked about it a lot before. If you guys are not on betopenly.com, that is free money every single day. So betopenly.com, guys, if you're not familiar, I talked about this a lot last year. I'm on it every single day. It's a 1% commission, peer-to-peer sports betting. So there is zero juice. There's no juice. You basically put up any bets that you want. So you can suggest, 10 or 15 bets, and half of them, if not more, will be taken every day. But when you win, you only pay a 1% commission. And there's no commission if you lose. So that is an absolute no-brainer. So for me, guys, I'm going to tell you guys exactly where I play. So I'm on Bodog, I'm on Pinnacle, I'm on 5 Dimes, and I'm on Bet Openly. My 2 primaries, guys, are Bet Openly and 5 Dimes, because I find I not only am I getting the best value with Bet Openly would be number 1. There's no question about it. Bet Openly is number 1. Number 2 is 5 Dimes. Pinnacle's number 3. Now I know a lot of you guys in the States, I don't think you have access to Pinnacle, but in Canada and outside of the States, you do have access to Pinnacle, and it's a great book. That would be number 3, and Bodog would be number 4. And I have a couple other like small little books that I keep a little bit of money on. For the most part, those books are only there for like arbitrage betting, which I'll get into that another day, but it's basically like trying to, middle lines and stuff like that. But anyways, so it is a really, really good tool in your arsenal. And I always talk about you need to have a lot of books that you can work with, because you want to shop those lines around. And I know your average sports bettor thinks, okay, well, this game is minus 125 here and it's minus 120 there. That's not a big difference, 5 points, but it is a big difference. It makes a massive difference at the end of the day. When I talked to you guys before about the difference of betting like a reduced juice sports book versus a regular juice sports book, so a minus 110 sports book like Bodog versus a minus 105 sports book like 5 Dimes, you could be talking tens of thousands of dollars a year. Now that's obviously depending on how much you're betting, but it doesn't really matter how much you're betting, because it's still money in your pocket. For 2 or 3 minutes of work to sign up for one of those accounts and fund it, it is absolutely worth your time. And I know people like the psychology behind it. You want to have all your eggs in one basket and know where everything is. But I'm telling you guys, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the dollars and cents in your pocket. All right? So that's it for today, guys. I hope you take something out of this. Do the work. Email these guys. They are hungry for business. I'm telling you, they're hungry for business. You should see the offers floating around out there, guys. And if you are diligent and you send your information out into the world, you're going to get some great offers coming back to you. All right? So as always, guys, have a very lucky day.